viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. This is game number 2 of the best of 3 between Crank, as you can see, as the Protoss in the bottom left once again, and Moonglade as the Zerg in the top right once again. So yeah, game number 2 out of 3. So yeah, hopefully we will see this go to 1-1. Not going to spoil who is actually ahead, but yeah, I hope they will go to 1-1 and then we will see one more game. So I always like it when best of 3 goes to 3 and best of 5 goes to 5 and best of 7 even goes to 7, because it makes for an interesting last game. Not so much a good last game because, well, game number 1 pretty much can't be beaten anymore. And this time they know that they're spawning cross positions. So yeah, game 1 was so good that I really do recommend that you watch that if you didn't already, because it was actually quite awesome. Very good strategy, and yeah, I even took some time to explain why it's such a good strategy, so that's good. Yeah, we are just seeing some probe production and drone production. Yeah, nothing really special. We do have a gateway coming up in the back of the base. That is just because, well, he wants that pylon in, well, as close as possible to his mineral lines, basically in his mineral lines. And then he doesn't want to travel too far to place a gateway, so he can actually do that through the wall probably. Because there's really no reason to do something else, because, well, all the gateways will become warp gates anyway, so yeah, unless you're trying to wall off your entrance, it is not going to matter at all. Entrance is here, yeah. So yeah, unless you you want to wall off this entire thingy, which he will probably do at some point, but yeah, unless you're doing that, you don't really care where you leave your buildings. For now, Simon has a score coming up. Next pylon is coming up, and yeah, we're just seeing the standard, well, things. The new Overlord is already morphing. He was getting pretty close to supply capped, and that is not what you want, obviously. And, well, some Zerglings coming out to scout around, because obviously they are way quicker than those Overlords. Overlords are so lazy. They're so slow. Overlords are very good at keeping vision, though, because you can hover them over those higher structures, like over here, and then they will not be, well, be visible, while still providing you with a lot of vision. Of course, bird Zerglings will do a similar thing. Invisible, but can still provide you with vision. So yeah, the Protoss player just chilling in his base. He is now going to expand. Definitely did not want to take risks there, and is going to have one zealot out this time for his well, for this this initial scout. And the scouting is just done with some Zerglings. They don't really care too much. But they are going to get sniped by the Mothership Core, I am assuming. The Mothership Core, yeah, is going to start firing here. And the Zerglings just, you see the complete base, they're still alive. And they may actually just make it out. So on the other side, there is no scouting going on yet. So even though the Zerglings got some nice scouting information, the Protoss players just hasn't sent out anything yet to scout. And there goes his probe, I'm assuming. And wow, these Zerglings just they just keep running through the base. It's kind of free information. And he now sees a Stargate coming up. The Stargate is, of course, kind of a well, a tell for what strategy he will be going, because there's no new building that you can build after you build that. And this should go down right now. So end of that scouting, which is excellent. Yeah, finally he does see that that Stargate going down, which normally means we will see Phoenixes. And Phoenixes, of course, are hard to deal with if you don't see them coming. But if you do see them coming, they shouldn't be too much of a problem, because you can just build some anti-air and you should be fine. And of course, you don't build ground anti-air there, you build air anti-air. So corruptors in this case. And the first Overlord goes down to a sentry. So there's a probe over here who is just chillaxing a little bit. He's not really scouting around as he should, but I guess he kind of doesn't need to. These Zerglings are, however, going to see it. Maybe? Yes, they do see it. However, he does get a nice scout on how many Zerglings there are. And that is a small price to pay, basically. We do not have a cannon out this time. There's just a bunch of buildings. Yeah, no cannon. So the mothership core will kind of take that role then. Although it's not, well, it's not the same. Photon cannons do way more damage than the mothership core does. But the mothership core is harder to attack with Zerglings. And there are the Phoenixes. Obviously, he does not have anything out yet, but as you can see, Spore Crawl is already underway, and he is a little bit late on that. He already knew that these guys were going to come out, and he's going to lose. Oh no, he's in time. Never mind. He already had some. So yeah, because there are Spore Crawls up, these Phoenixes are not going to do very well, and instead they are just going to have to go back. And a few Zerglings are going to bite the dust here. Nope, 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 nope. Actually, he gets out with all of them, and he's going to sneak around the back, trying to get back into the front of that base. Do some more damage to the destructible rocks, maybe. I don't know. Pylon coming up. And we are kind of, well, picking off some units here. The Queen is coming out, but the Queen is not going to be able to defend against this, because it's just going to get lifted up. Obviously, yeah, this is kind of the same thing. The Overlord will not really do anything there. And yeah, he should have just cancelled that Queen and that Overlord. There was no way that was going to live. And even this drone is going to go down. The Spore Crawler will come up and it will help him out. It will make it a little bit easier for him to deal with this. And another Queen is going to go down. This is very good harassment. Of course, this is kind of the mistake that a lot of Protoss players make. They underestimate the power of these early Phoenixes. And the Phoenixes can really do a lot in that early game. Because, well, even though the harassment is normally done by the Zerg player, this one unit can actually just cause a whole lot of damage. Even though, well, they need that graviton beam, so they need the lift, the energy, to be effective against most units. They will still do very, very nicely. And wow, this is actually out of the range of this guy. So the Spore Crawler not actually able to do anything about this. And wow, losing some drones as well. And yeah, still all of these Phoenixes are alive and well. One of them is quite heavily damaged. Two of them have some damage on the shields, but that will heal. And one of them hasn't even been touched yet. So, yeah, there's that. He's going to try to get that Queen, but that is going to be tricky because the Queen is actually very close to the Spore Crawler. He's going to get one more drone and then going to back off, recharge his energy probably. It's so impressive that he does this while expanding and while making other decisions on the map. I'm not even showing them to you, but yeah, this nexus with everything that was built here was built while he was doing this, and that is so impressive. And that is what good players can do, and bad players like me don't even understand how to do. No, it's really impressive. Anyhow, we are going to pick off one more Hydralisk there and then, well, move back out. He can't hold it off forever, of course, but these Phoenixes have been worth it, well, yeah, completely. 1800 damage done, 1800 minerals or resources worth of damage, mostly minerals though. Yeah, that's a whole lot. And well, we will see that 8 of those were workers, and 8 workers, well, 6 workers ahead now. That should kind of provide him with a little bit of an edge in, well, the economy. And let's see the income. So yeah, our Zerg player is still ahead in that in the harvester counter, and well, just picking off a few more. You could see the amount drop here. It's insanely good if you can do this. It's so useful. Wow, he didn't pick that up. Okay, I kind of thought he would, but no, not so much. The attack is coming into the front, and that is why he kind of derped on that, I guess. He was trying to hold off this attack, and rightfully so. Lots of Hydralisks coming in, and the Hydralisk, of course, yeah, cannot be approached very well with these guys. However, he is going to try. He's going to pick off some of them. He loses one of his Phoenixes, and the rest is going to be chased down. Oh my god, yeah, they are all going to get out, no problem. There's no blink yet. But yeah, now he's going to have to defend in his base. And that is going to be a lot tougher. This observer sees everything. It sees where the army is moving. I thought this was a spore crawler, but it's actually a spine crawler, so it doesn't even see the observer. And this one will, though. But yeah, we are going to take out this base. And wow, this army is so much bigger than anything this Zerg player has built. Although he has a lot of Hydralisks, yeah, the Hydralisks alone are not going to make this work. So he can actually just march up here and take out these two, and probably the rest of the army. He needs to take out this spore crawler quickly though, because he has a lot of air units. First of all, he has 5 of these Void Rays, and then he has Colossi, which also count as air units. So they will actually take damage, and then he has the Phoenixes. And of course, he has a bunch of these Stalkers as well. So yeah, he does have, and some sentries. But he does have a ground army, but it's not, well, it's not very big. So finally he takes out a few Zerglings that were over here, just providing information. And we are coming in through the back, trying to get some more done. He sees that the Spire is out now. And yeah, it would be wise to stay away from those nasty spore crawlers, because they do a lot of damage. And the one that was over here is now gone. So this base is completely undefended. However, we do have, yeah, finally they are out. We do have Corruptors now. The Corruptors should be able to take out the air units pretty quickly, much quicker than the other way around. And that is kind of why they're so good. Guardian Shield goes up, and that should reduce the damage by quite a lot. Here come the Corruptors. And are we going to be able to take out... Oh, these Hydralisks melt so quickly. Holy crap. Yeah, so everything got annihilated. That wasn't even close. So yeah, 3 of the things get lifted. All 3 of them go down. And wow, now it's just a matter of just walking into the base and killing it, because there are only a few Zerglings out. The Zerglings are not going to do anything. The destructible rocks obviously go down, because the destructible rocks are not going to be able to withstand this at all. Yeah, he's not even going to take out those pesky buildings until, well, he takes out the army basically. And wow, just marches in. This was just the power of Protoss. He built the correct unit composition to harass his opponent in the beginning, and after that there was just nothing his opponent could do. Only 12 workers lost, but so many other units. And that last fight, yeah, that was... So the fight that we just saw with all of those Hydralisks, that was just kind of because he was so far ahead. That was not because his units are better or anything like that. He just had more. And of course his units are better upgraded. He just had more money and more time and more everything. All in all, very impressed by this. And we are going on to game number 3, which means that, yeah, now it's 1-1. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.